For more on the war of words between DeSantis and the vice president, we're joined by Niall Stanage, White House columnist with our partner, The Hill. Niall, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Good to be with you, Alex.
Now, Vice President Harris pinning Florida's new education guidelines directly on Governor DeSantis, and DeSantis isn't backing down from some of that lesson material. Will the governor's stance on this end up hurting his chances in the long run?
It depends what we're talking about when we say his chances. Are we talking about the Republican primary, or are we talking about the general election? And this question arises again and again when we discuss various stances that Republican candidates take. I do not think it will hurt him in the Republican primary. I think he is quite happy to engage in these culture war type of issues. Now, of course, he's not doing terribly well in the primary, but that's a side issue. In a general election, I think a reputation for divisiveness or for polarizing rhetoric can be harmful, and that would be where the danger would arise for Governor DeSantis.
Now, the governor also stirring up controversy with recent comments downplaying the charge that January 6th rioters were trying to overthrow the government. We actually have some sound from a recent podcast he appeared in. Let's listen to that first.
It was not an insurrection. These are people that were there to attend a rally, and then they were there to protest. Now, it devolved, and it devolved into a riot. But the idea that this was a plan to somehow overthrow the government of the United States is not true.
Now, as you know, Niall, there are lawmakers within his own party who would disagree with that statement. But is DeSantis using this to try and actually gain voters from the Trump base?
Probably. I mean, he's probably at least seeking not to alienate those voters. I do think, Alex, it behoves us as journalists to be clear about something. January the 6th was an attempt to overturn a legitimate election. And the people who, for example, injured about 150 law enforcement officers on that day were seeking to overturn a legitimate election by force. So let's be clear about that. Now, Governor DeSantis is making his argument, which he is entitled to make. It will find some receptiveness in the Republican base, I'm sure, and that's, you know, something that he will have to decide whether that's a correct approach or not in the longer run.
Okay, Niall Stanage, thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday. Have a good evening.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.